And in 2022, what happened that would make people cry right now?
You know, our political partner was sitting president. Last week I saw his former interior minister going around and people celebrating. He was the interior minister. He was the president. Yep. He had the national intelligence. He had the army. He had everything. So when you want to ask what happened, just look at that. What happened? The question is for him. What happened there? What happened? Why didn't we make it? Yeah. So I guess political betrayal and all that and jump pews, lead to a lot of stuff like that.
Yeah.
More questions than.
I was listening to Winnie Odinga, the daughter to RAILA Amolo Odinga, the former Prime Minister of the Republic of Kenya. RAILA Amolo Odinga was a presidential candidate in the last election of 2022. And in this election, it was expected RAILA Amolo Odinga was going to win. But now, I listened to Winnie Odinga being interviewed at Hot 96, and please I urge you to go and watch that interview. She's saying that she's blaming actually Matiang'i and Uhuru for losing the election last year. The last election, 2022. So the expectations were RAILA Amolo Odinga to win because he was having government. But now, RAILA Amolo Odinga lost it, and the blame goes to none other than Dr. King of Fred Matiang'i. And it was very clear though she did not say much, but it was very clear from Winnie Odinga that they're blaming Matiang'i and of course Uhuru Kenyatta. On this particular video, I'm going to dissect it on why they should not blame Uhuru Kenyatta and Matiang'i. But before I take you through, let me kindly ask you, if this is the first time you're watching my videos at Mokwa Times, take a second or two to subscribe. After subscribing, please kindly, I'm urging you, watch the video. Also, after watching, please give me a comment on the comment section. You can always reach me out to my number here and support the channel whenever you can. Let me give you 2 seconds to subscribe before I proceed. Thank you so much for subscribing. Let me dive into the topic today. Why am I saying that they should not blame RAILA Amolo, Uhuru Kenyatta, or even Matiang'i? And I've done this video before, now and then, asking the people to not blame the other. Why am I saying so? First of all, I ask myself, what could be the expectations of Winnie Odinga and RAILA Amolo Odinga's team? To ensure, the expectations were like Uhuru Kenyatta to ensure that RAILA Amolo Odinga is the president, whether he wins or not. Why? Because they're the deep state. And that could not work. Why? The elections of Kenya are won at the ballot. If you don't influence people to give you enough votes at the ballot, then you're done. So when I look at it clearly, Uhuru Kenyatta could not do that. Why? He gave people the support to go and campaign. He created an environment where RAILA Amolo Odinga had security, where the state needed to come in and organize for you. They did so. If it is some resources, the government gave them. So these people are to move around the country and campaign seriously. Also organize themselves well, so that when it comes to protecting their votes in terms of from the ballot through the agents all the way to bombers, it's easier. And Uhuru Kenyatta created that environment. Uhuru Kenyatta also had an idea in mind. Once I leave power, I'm going to leave a peaceful country. And that one could not be taken from him in the name of placing RAILA Amolo Odinga. So the fact is that Uhuru Kenyatta gave the environment so that whenever he makes his decision, nobody to blame him. And the decision was march to Kasarani, hand over the sword, hand over the constitution, hand over power, and then leave peacefully to his Ishaweri home. That was a very clear statement that was made at that time. Ladies and gentlemen. So Uhuru Kenyatta did his best. To an extent, even participating in some campaigns, organizing the opposition. Actually, Uhuru Kenyatta is the one who brought Kalonzo Musyoka, being the chairperson of the Zmio team. He organized the team. They branded it well. He strengthened Jubilee. He ensured that RAILA Amolo Odinga has gotten the support that he needed. For the first time, RAILA Amolo Odinga felt that someone is supporting him. To an extent that they filled the Kasarani Stadium during the launch of RAILA Amolo Odinga's official campaign. Ladies and gentlemen. So at this point, we could not blame Uhuru Kenyatta for RAILA Amolo Odinga losing the election. And I'm going to give reasons as to why they should not blame him. Now, the first reason is this. People could be asking what happened, and that is the thing that Raila Amolo Odinga's daughter is asking Matiang'i, that is telling us the public to ask Matiang'i what happened. That is a clear indication, first of all, they're not going to support Matiang'i. They hate his candidate. But now they're asking him what happened. Now, let me just tell them in simple terms and clear. It's only that they cannot be told the truth, that they lost the election fairly and squarely. Why? First is the numbers that came from Mount Kenya. Mount Kenya always decides, always supports the president. If you don't have the Mount Kenya support more than 60%, forget about it. So the support of Mount Kenya majorly went to none other than William Ruto. So the fact means that you cannot blame Uhuru Kenyatta because he's not the one who voted. The people saw Raila and saw Ruto. They felt like Ruto was a better candidate to get the votes of Mount Kenya, and he got the majority of the votes. That's number one. Number two, let me first take you through mathematics here. Raila Amolo Odinga in 2017, he had 6.5 votes. Already. 6.5 with him. Actually more. So, going to 2022, he had 6.5 that he was supposed to protect. After protecting the 6.5, Uhuru Kenyatta delivers to him at least 1 million votes from Mount Kenya region. So, 6.5 plus 1 million, it brings to 7.5. Considering the mountain listened to Raila Amolo Odinga, and Raila Amolo Odinga overperformed because they gave him about 1.3 million votes. So making it 7.8 million votes for Raila Amolo Odinga. But now, how many votes did William Ruto receive? About 7 million. If he received 7 million, how is it that Raila Amolo Odinga reduced his 7.8 to 6 point something million? 6.9 actually. The fact is, there are few things that happened that did not augur well with Kenyans or exposed the Azimio team. Number one, Junet Mohamed words.
Hapa Nyanza, sisi ni watu moja, sisi ni jamii moja, msiwe na wasiwasi. Baba akishinda, serikali ni yetu watu ya Nyanza. Sitaki hiyo watu ya gazeti wasikie hiyo, Mutahi Kagwe inaweza kasirika. Lakini hata nyinyi mlikuwa nayo mpaka 20 na kadhalika. Sasa safari hii ni watu ya Nyanza. Mutahi utakuja hapa kama mgeni. Asanteni sana, Mungu awabariki.
He went to my former school, Mungori. He stood at the podium in front of Mutahi Kagwe and he told them in those words that I've just put, that clip that you've just heard, that this has been your time, you've been eating, now it's our time to eat nyinyi kaa kando. When Junet Mohamed was saying that, people were listening from Mount Kenya. People were watching. Other leaders from Mount Kenya who were supporting them were also watching the clip. Mutahi Kagwe was actually present. What statement was being passed to them? That when we get to government, tutawanyanyasa, you not benefit. And people decided if this is the deal you have, then you are out. People might not really see how this affected Azimio, but it did affect them a lot. Another thing is the campaign planning. And I want to give an example that I've been giving, alias and Joho. If there's a place that William Ruto got votes, it's at the coastal region. Alias and Joho and other people, they abandoned the coastal region and started following Raila Amolo Odinga across the country. What was the essence of Joho going to campaign for Raila in Kisumu, in Siaya, where Raila Amolo Odinga will get the votes whether you campaign or not? What is the essence? Joho could have camped at the coast. The coast is quite big. Campaign seriously. Protect the votes the way they did protect the gubernatorial seat. But instead, they accompanied Raila Amolo Odinga to areas they were not supposed to. And as a result, William Ruto got a chance with his sharp men like Mohamed Ali. They intruded the coast and gained more votes from Raila Amolo Odinga's strongholds. So the 7.8 million votes were reduced through such kind of methods, where unnecessary people came to the podium. For instance, Raila Amolo Odinga comes to Kisii here. He comes with the Luo Nyanza leaders. He comes with Junet Mohamed, who speaks a lot. Then he comes with so many leaders, especially Elias and Joe and the others. Now, when it comes to the people who are supposed to talk to their people in the local language, they even don't have a chance to speak on the podium. As a result, you realize that the message of support Raila Odinga is not even passed. Because Raila Odinga comes to a place, he pulls a huge crowd. You need to give the locals time to speak to them on why they're supporting Raila Odinga. But instead, they did it. So they overcrowded. And as a result, the message of Raila Odinga did not reach the people through the right people. Also,